Well, good afternoon, or I should say now good evening to you, as we are looking at a front pushing into the area from the west, triggering some scattered thunderstorms. Maybe isolated is a better way to describe these. They're few and far between. Seen some more intense storms over northern Nebraska. Tornado watch out well to the north of Interstate 80. And then severe thunderstorm watch in effect for southwestern Kansas, with one lone severe storm out of that. The outlook for severe weather, again, the greatest risk is northern Nebraska on into South Dakota and northwestern portions of Iowa, and then a slight risk through central Kansas. And then tomorrow, the slight risk shifts to the east. It'll include more of the eastern half of our area, from Emporia to Topeka and Holton southeastward, as a front pushes in a little bit farther to the east. Now, Future Track is keeping the isolated storms out to the west very isolated and struggles to have them hold together to even enter our area tonight. We're likely not going to see much in the way of storms today. However, for the daytime tomorrow, southeastern counties could see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms during the heat of the day, and there's a lot of energy in place, and so some of those could be briefly strong, and then they'll see that again farther to the south by tomorrow evening, and then we clear out again heading into Thursday, but perhaps additional storms late Thursday. A look outside right now in Manhattan shows a clear to partly cloudy sky. We've had that through most of the day. A hazy day, lots of humidity in the air. 91 feels like 97. South winds running at 20 miles per hour, and those strong breezes have been helpful only from the aspect of hot, humid weather. Perhaps the only relief you get is when there's a wind blowing through, and so 15 to 25 mile per hour sustained winds gusting at or above 30 at times. A little bit of a help, I guess, looking at it on the bright side of it. 89 at Holton, 91 Topeka. It is 94 degrees in Manhattan and 95 at Concordia. The heat index, 100 from Marysville to Manhattan, mid-90s east, low 90s to the south. So a hot day once again with a breeze, a strong breeze at that, and those south breezes holding the humidity in place, and Future Track showing heat index values only falling back in the mid to upper 70s in the morning, and then quickly rising again tomorrow, upper 90s to near 100 this time for the east, and lower 90s to the west, where a southwest wind will bring in some at least temporary relief from the humidity, and any isolated storms over the east could also produce some relief from the heat as well. Here's a look at the dew points. That measurement of humidity in the air, upper 60s and low 70s. When we look at Future Track, tomorrow afternoon, watch this trend of drier air pushing in, and along that front, storms will be possible, and that pushes into the eastern counties late in the day tomorrow. How humid it's going to feel tomorrow. For the eastern two-thirds of the area, it will be muggy, but a gradual drying trend as we head late in the day tomorrow. All of this as this front pushes in, dry air on one side, humid on the other. The storms are firing up along it, and that'll slide east into our area as we head into the daytime tomorrow. Here's a look at the next 7 days. Just a 20 to 30% chance of an isolated storm again tomorrow for the eastern half of the area. 30% on Thursday, perhaps slightly better chances on Friday and Saturday for some storms. Low to mid 90s through the early half of the weekend, and then cooling back to the low to mid 80s for highs with drier conditions Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Also some cooler nighttime lows next week, falling back down in the low to mid 60s at night. There's a few clouds dotting the sky yesterday evening before the sun went down in Valley Falls. From Brent Lloyd. All
right. What kind of clouds are those? I know you're kind of a expertise in this area.
Yeah, I do. I specialize in clouds. No, those are altocumulus clouds. Okay. It was just kind of a sign that some changes were coming through, and they started dotting the skies, but they all moved away, and then the skies remained clear most of the night. Now we're waiting on the main system, which is out to the west. Those are kind of a part of it, but now the main system will bring us a storm chance or two tomorrow.
All right. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.